Amid a battle in America's classroom over censorship, Illinois has become the first state in the country to pass an anti-book ban law.
And the man who drafted that legislation is Illinois Secretary of State Alexi Giannoulias. And today he's set to testify before the Senate Judiciary Committee as part of its hearing on book bans. And Mr. Secretary joins us now with the latest on this story. First, good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and welcome.
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Of course. So let's talk about it. Last year, there were more than 2,500 books. That's a record number there that were banned or targeted, rather, for censorship, according to the American Library Association. That's a 38% increase from just the year before. What do you hope lawmakers will take away from your testimony today?
That book bans have never made democracy stronger. It weakens us. It's dangerous for our youth. And it flies in the face of what education means, which is allowing children to think for themselves, teaching them to think for themselves.
This anti-book ban law is set to go in effect in Illinois on January 1st. So just walk us through how this is going to work.
So it was important for us to be proactive, and I'm very proud that in Illinois we're the first state in the United States of America to pass legislation to make it essentially illegal for libraries to ban books. And what we've said is, if you are going to ban books, then you will not receive state money from our office. As the Secretary of State in Illinois, I'm the state's librarian, and it was important that we came out early and sent a message.
So what's your response to those who say laws like this will take away the power from parents, especially when guiding and deciding what they can read, their kids can read?
I would make the exact opposite argument. We should trust parents, and it's up to parents to decide what books their kids should be reading. But to have a fringe element screaming from the rooftop about a book they've never read and not allowing other parents to make a decision for their own kids is anti-democratic. Look, I've got 3 young daughters. There are certain books that my wife and I feel are inappropriate for them. They will not be reading them. But I should never be allowed to tell someone else's children or someone else's parents what books their children should be reading.
I'm curious, why do you think this has become such a hot button issue? It's not just an Illinois thing. We're seeing this all across the country.
I think it's a microcosm of what's happening with our culture wars across the country. But this dangerous assault on our librarians, on our libraries, which have always been a safe place for kids to learn, the librarian should be put on a pedestal. They're seeing threats and intimidation, the likes of which they never could have fathomed. It's scary, and it's important for us to fight back and on behalf of our librarians, our libraries, and freedom of speech.
So what do you hope other states will learn from your law, and do you think it should be adopted on a national level?
I think it's important to be adopted on a national level. We need to trust librarians who have the professional experience, the education, the judgment to determine what books belong in their circulation. Again, not an angry parent who disagrees with the worldview of a certain book or set of books. I think this is fundamental to what it means to be a democracy, to the freedom of speech, the freedom to learn, and I hope other states step up.
Where do you think this goes from here?
Well, you know, testimony today in front of the U.S. Senate is a big deal. I think people are paying attention, and I will tell you, I cannot believe it's become a partisan issue. This should have nothing to do with Democrat versus Republican. This is all about the freedom to learn, the freedom for parents to make decisions on what's best for their own children, and it's important for the future of our democracy.
It is a discussion that we will continue to have. Illinois Secretary of State Alexi Giannoulias, thank you so much for being with us.
Good to see you.
Thanks for having me. Great to see you guys.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.